There are a lot of coaches out there that think that there are magic numbers, and I am proof positive. Okay, I'm going to use me as the example that there is no such thing as magic numbers. So, how many times have you been scrolling through Instagram or you've been on YouTube and you see a YouTube short pop up and it's a guy talking about if you want to throw 50 feet, you got to squat 405. If you want to throw 50 feet, you got to bench 315. If you want to throw 50 feet, you have to have a vertical leap that's this tall. Okay. Or how about the guys that are like, well, I'm never going to throw 50 feet because I'm not 6 feet tall. Or in order to throw 50 feet, you have to be over 6 feet tall. This isn't a ride at Disney World, guys. You don't have to be the right height to play. Okay. There are a lot of these magic numbers. So how about if you want to throw far, you got to take 1,000 throws every summer. You have to take 10,000 throws before you're really good. I am here to tell you right now that that is complete BS. And I am going to tell you the reason why. So, I threw 50 feet in high school. The very last meet. Yeah, it was the very last meet of my high school career. It was the New England Championships, 1998. I threw 50 feet. It was either 50 feet and 1/2 inch or 50 feet 1.5 inches. It was the one and only time I did it once in that meet, the one and only time I have ever thrown over 50 feet in high school. And at the time, I could not bench 225 pounds. I could not squat more than 225 pounds. Um, I weighed 185 pounds body weight, and I was the same exact height that I am now. I tell people I'm 6'3" with shoes on. I am 6 feet 2 and like a little over 2.5, not quite 2 3/4. So I'm 6 feet 2 and like 5/8 or whatever it is. All right. Again, I was not a strong kid, um, but that's not what matters. You don't have to bench 315. I didn't bench 315 until my senior year of college. Okay. I didn't squat 405 until I was in my 30s. So why could I throw 50 feet when I was in high school and threw over 50 feet many times when I was in college with a bigger ball? Well, it's a couple things. Number one, yes, my height does play into it because I am almost 6'3". But there are a lot of people taller than me in high school that couldn't throw as far as me. That never threw 50 feet. So that can't be all of it. There are a lot of people that were a lot stronger than me, my own teammates that were a lot stronger than me in the weight room that did not throw as far as me when we were out at a meet. So that's not all there is to it. What about like vertical leap? Okay, when I was a freshman in high school, I could dunk a tennis ball. When I was a sophomore in high school, I could dunk a volleyball. And then I kind of stopped playing basketball and jumping and doing all that stuff until I got to college and we did a lot of plyometrics. And all of a sudden, when I was a junior in college, I could dunk a volleyball again. That's really weird how that works, isn't it? But that's not, I don't think, what made me throw 50 feet. What makes you throw far, like the biggest ingredient, the biggest puzzle piece of throwing 50 feet is your form and technique. And that is why you need to practice your form and technique more than anything. You should be doing form and technique work more than anything else that you do at a day of practice. Okay, if it comes down to, hey, should we go in the weight room today? Or should we go outside and practice our form and our technique? Form and technique is always the answer. Okay, you don't sacrifice that just to get in the weight room and lift weights. If you bench press 310 pounds and you're throwing 48 feet, adding 5 pounds, spending months to add 5 pounds to your max bench is not going to get you that extra foot in the circle. That's not how it works. It doesn't work that way, guys. So form and technique is the absolute number one thing. And luckily, when I was in high school, I had a really good coach in shot put that showed me how to throw correctly. I went to camps, I went to clinics, I did overnight camps, similar to the ones that I now run. Okay, where I'm going to colleges and working with college coaches and Olympic level throwers, and I was able to improve my technique. So it wasn't my size, it wasn't my weight, it wasn't my strength because I didn't really have any, it wasn't my jumping ability, it wasn't my foot speed or anything like that. It wasn't because I took 10,000 throws. It's all because of my form and technique. That is the number one thing. So when you see these guys online that are like, you got to bench 315, you got to throw 10,000 times, you got to squat 405, you got to be able to clean 275, you got to be able to push press 220. That's not what matters. What matters is that you get out there and practice and you use really good form and technique and you work on it every single day.